Okay, so day one of my new diet. So what I'm doing is a potato challenge, or a starch-based diet, or I don't know. There's basically I'm going to eat potatoes for a little while, probably for the next couple of weeks. Next week I'm going to the UK for a few days, so it's going to be a bit more difficult because I'm going to this training event where at least I'll be getting a vegan meal, but I don't know what I'll be eating for lunch. But hopefully something nice and healthy, nutritious. But my plan is not to eat any other crap while I'm there. Then I'll be spending the weekend with my family, and again, if I give them some notice in advance, then hopefully they can be thoughtful and, you know, help me out a bit as well, which would be cool. And then I'm home for a week, and then the week after I'm going to New York for the weekend with my family. And yeah, it's going to be really hard to be on a diet when I'm in New York and there's all those fabulous vegan restaurants that we'll be going to, and eating all those like really cool New Yorky style foods like pizza and anyway, stop thinking about food. So today is my day one on my potato challenge. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to break that that connection that I have with food. I'd say, well, okay, maybe an obsession with food. My husband said I was addicted and all I think about is food all day. And I did have to point out to him that I'm the one that does all the shopping, I'm the one that does all the cooking at home. So yeah, I do think about food a lot, probably because, not just because I'm thinking, what am I going to eat next? But also I'm thinking like, what does he want to eat? And have we got enough food in the house? And am I going to cook him something that he likes to eat? And what if we have people come around? You know, all that kind of stuff. So you're always kind of thinking about food, and also all the pleasure and all the emotions attached with food, such as I'm feeling really depressed, I'm going to see what's in the fridge. Let's go celebrate and go out and have something to eat. I feel a bit lonely, I feel a bit sad, I'm bored, you know, just any other reasons why we eat, and there's normally an emotion attached to it. So the reason why I've gone for this particular diet, or this little challenge that I'm doing for myself, is for two reasons. One, because I want to make it as easy as possible for myself. And if I can like not be thinking about food, just knowing I'm just going to go eat some potatoes if I'm hungry, then that cuts out a lot of where my mind is. So I'm not going to be thinking, what am I going to have with those potatoes? Oh, I could make this sauce, I could do that, and just have like a big pile of mash, and let's have like a pie with it and some gravy, and we'll put some vegetables on because, you know, we need to be a bit healthy as well. That kind of thing. And I'm just going to be like, well, I want something to eat, I'll go eat some potatoes. And that's it. Just plain and simple. Now, since deciding I'm going to do this, I've been thinking about all the ways I can cook my potatoes and how I'm going to eat them. But, you know, it's only day one. So hopefully in the next week or so, I'm going to be just really bored of potatoes. But that's the whole point, is that the food is going to be fuel for my body, and that's it. There's going to be no emotional attachment to the food, and that's why I'm going for potatoes, because potatoes are very nutritious. They've got a lot of lots of fibre, calcium, vitamin C, iron. There's lots of things in potatoes that can sustain you for a very long time. There's a lot of people that have done this challenge. The Spud Fit guy, Andrew, I think his name's Andrew Taylor, he's done it for like a whole year. Yeah, so potatoes are a staple in diets all around the world. So they're super great, the superfood basically. So I decided yesterday, having researched this all weekend, this is what I'm going to be doing. So last night I roasted up a whole tray of potatoes, just small potatoes, not big ones. I'm just gonna show you. Can we turn the camera around? Okay, I'll just show you. So here's my pot potatoes. I've got what I've got left. I mean, this was like completely full up, but I had some for breakfast. and I snacked on some this morning, and in fact you can see I've got half of one left there. So just small sized potatoes. And the reason why I went for small potatoes is because they're great, they're snack size. So I can just have one, have two, that will do, and then I'll just put the box back in the fridge and then don't think about food until I'm hungry again. I've got some more potatoes here. So later on I'm going to probably be mashing those for dinner. And for lunch I did sweet potato. Now the reason why I did sweet potato for lunch is because my husband doesn't really, well, he likes sweet potatoes sometimes, but not often. So here's what's left of what I made from lunch. It's I just basically cut up 3 sweet potatoes, chopped them all up, stuck them in a pan of water, didn't peel them, didn't take skins off, just gave them a quick wash, make sure they're okay. And then I mashed them, and I put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper in there, and that's it, nada. And then for lunch I drizzled a little bit of tahini on top, only a small amount, but just to give it a little bit of extra flavour. So you might think that that's a cheat, but it's not a cheat, it's just giving it a little bit of something else, so it's not like really completely boring. And it is only my first day, and I'm sure as time goes on there might be a bit of ketchup going on my potatoes, or a bit of sweet chilli sauce, or you know, something like that, just something really, really plain and simple. So for example, this tahini, all this jar of tahini is 100% roasted sesame seeds, and that's it. And it's like blended up. It's bio and organic as well. It's really nice. And I only put a small amount, but it just went really, really nice with my sweet potatoes. So just to kind of cut that sweetness from the potatoes, it just gave it a little bit of like, ooh, yum. And also tahini, it is fairly high in fat, so I only use a small amount, but it's, you know, 100% natural ingredient, nothing else in there. So just having a look, actually, yeah, quite a few calories, quite a bit of fat, but just a small amount. Teaspoon goes a long way. So for dinner, I'll show you what I'm going to make later on when I actually get around to making it. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, so I did actually forget to film what I had for dinner when I made it, but this is what I had for dinner. I filled up this huge big pan up to, we can see where the line is, with chopped potatoes, just regular white potatoes. And when I drained them out, and then I mashed them, and I used a bit of vegetable stock just to kind of give it a bit of liquid, you know, instead of using butter or plant-based milk. Only because the plant-based milk I've got has got sugar in it, so it tastes really sweet and it would be disgusting. So I mashed up potatoes. This is what I've got left over. I did actually have loads, and I stuffed myself in them. And I mixed them with a bit of mustard, whole grain mustard, just to give it just that lovely flavour. I love mustard mash. I don't know if you've tried it. It is lovely. So just nice, plain, simple mashed potatoes. Kept the skin on, so you can see there's bits of skin in there. This is left over, so this will probably be breakfast for tomorrow. We're going to sit that in the fridge. There we go.